And we start off first at 4 with a first alert weather day. A live look at Hilo, Hawaii Island and Maui County are getting the most rain from this Kona Low as forecasted by our first alert weather team since last week. And we knew from the start this would be a bigger weather event for the Big Island and not the western end of the state. Now, rivers are flowing fast on the Big Island. All islands are still under a flood watch, but the most severe weather has been over the eastern end of the state. Now, the ingredients have been coming together for significant rain and flooding all across the island chain. We have live team coverage from the Big Island, Maui, and Oahu. But we begin with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Robbins with the latest. Hey, Jen.
And it took a while for those ingredients to come together for this first alert weather day. We will be seeing the most rain continuing over the far eastern end of the state. As far as rainfall totals, if you recall yesterday, we're talking about up to a foot of rain on Hawaii Island, already receiving 8 inches of rain there, and most of it along the southeast side through Ka'u. We're seeing that through Puna as well. Hilo, not so much. They only received about 2 inches of rain. And you see things are now a little bit of a break between the bands, but we're still seeing plenty of moisture over Maui County. And for the rest of us, light to moderate rain continues into the night. So as we step on through with the first alerts, tracking that Kona Low, bringing up that deep tropical moisture coming in from the south. And we declared this first alert weather day since Tuesday, knowing that the focus would be for the far eastern end of the state with the flooding there. And that's where the flooding remains a concern for us. Snow on the mountains. In fact, a winter storm warning is up. We do have snow there up to 2 to 3 feet a possibility, and strong Kona winds on the mountaintops at 60 miles per hour. As far as what we're expecting for the rest of the night into the weekend, notice the Kona Low digs a little bit more towards the south. With the center of the low diving to the south, that brings that band of moisture still hanging on over the far eastern end of the state. We have south winds that are continuing as well. Look at the bands of moisture, pretty heavy still along the Hamakua coast through Hilo all the way through Puna. And for the rest of us, light to moderate rain, so not expecting a whole lot.
Lonnie Martinez, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you so much, Jolani. On this first alert weather day, the focus has been over the far eastern end of the state, and you can see why. A plume of moisture south of the islands is what we're tapped into. We're seeing lighter rain the farther west you go, but we have been seeing substantial rain, and more rain will be on the way. We originally called for a first alert weather day on Tuesday, and these are the numbers that we're thinking. We're in the ballpark over Hawaii Island. You see 4 to 12 is what we were forecasting. Maui County 4 to 9, 1 to 5 over the western end of the state. We'll likely be seeing more rain into the night, so we could still catch up to these numbers. Already nearly 9 inches of rain on Hawaii Island alone, and we are going to be seeing some heavier showers pick up late tonight. According to some of the weather models, we're in a bit of a lull right now. Maui County, a 1/2 inch to 3.5 inches so far, and then you see the farther west you go, the less rain we saw, but windward neighborhoods and Mauka saw the brunt of it. This Kona Low continues to pull up moisture into Saturday, and that's why we're going to be watching the system bring in some heavy pockets of thunderstorms as well. Snow on the mountains, and then we have another Kona Low. I'll take a deeper look at that coming up soon.
With Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Robbins.
And it's a first alert weather day for Hawaii Island. For the rest of us, first alerts into the night due to some passing showers, but not as heavy over the western end of the state. We're still seeing south-southeast winds and also the threat of a thunderstorm or two. Right now sitting at 72 degrees, we'll bottom out at 70 and hover in the low 70s for most of the night. And you can see why. We are tracking a Kona Low offshore that's bringing up and drawing up some of that deep tropical moisture. It's acting like a wheel spinning counterclockwise offshore there. And then notice the trailing moisture behind it, while south coming into the picture, especially over the far eastern end of the state. The heaviest of the showers just north of the islands right now after getting a heavy dose earlier today. But we're watching a cluster of thunderstorms that continue to fire up just south of us. We'll see how close it gets to the islands, but it looks like some of them are collapsing as they get a little bit closer. So we're not seeing as much rain over the far western western end, but how much rain can we potentially get over the far eastern end? You can actually see quite a bit still, according to this one weather model, into the next couple of days, about 8 inches of rain. We already received 8 to 9 inches there, so still counting. We're about halfway there. And then you can see for the rest of us, about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain as we head into the nighttime hours. We'll get a little bit of a lull and then more showers on the way. We've been seeing persistent rain through Volcano. Hilo in a break right now with some clouds and misty conditions. Waimea in the mist as well. And Kailua Kona very quiet for you. Maui County on and off showers, but a break for Maui itself. Lanai is seeing some heavy pockets of rain into Molokai, the tallest sea cliffs in the world. You're going to be seeing the clouds there and also some downpours. And a little bit of a break over the western end of the state. Really not seeing a whole lot of action from the system over Kauai. Even though the center of the Kona Low is closest to them, it's the trailing moisture behind it, that conveyor belt of deep tropical moisture that's impacting the rest of the islands. Notice it's going to be marching in from the south and then come towards the north into the night. We're watching this band right now, but overnight hours, 3 o'clock in the morning, we will be seeing over Maui and Hawaii Island some heavy downpours. That sticks around through 7 o'clock. For the western end, more isolated and fast moving showers. So Saturday looks pretty good for the western end of the state. We're still going to be seeing heavy downpours for the eastern end into Sunday as well, but becoming more isolated and also not as intense. Surf remains up on east facing shores at 6 to 10 with the high surf advisory, and 75 to 80 degrees tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s for the most part tomorrow. So nice change in pace, feeling a little bit cooler. We'll see some passing showers tomorrow, so still lighting up the day in red there, and variable winds, and then eventually the trade winds make a comeback. Residual moisture still hangs on over the far eastern end of the state. A break from the rain on Sunday, more isolated. We could have some Mauka showers during the afternoon hours. Notice the trade winds pick up. Trade wind flow will bring in some windward and Mauka showers, and then perhaps another storm Tuesday into Wednesday. We're going to light that up in red and kind of keep our eye on that, as another disturbance could bring us some deep tropical moisture over the state. And then we'll have the trade winds really breezy Thursday into Friday.
All right. Thank you, Jen.